If you're thinking of traveling to Albania but have no idea where to start, this is the video I wish I had before I went. On a week-long trip to Albania, I've been to places like Tirana, Sarande, Ksamil, and even the Blue Eye. And I'm going to walk you through exactly when to go, where to go, and how to actually plan your trip without it turning into absolute chaos. Albania is one of the most underrated destinations in Europe. It's got insane beaches, mountains that look like the Alps, and it's way cheaper than neighboring countries like Greece or Italy. But it's also not the easiest country to travel around in, as tourism in Albania is fairly new. So here is everything you need to know to plan your perfect trip. I'm going to divide this video into 3 sections answering 3 main questions: when, where, and how. So let's start off with the first question, and that's when to travel to Albania. So like I always say, season matters a lot when it comes to travel, and Albania is no different. When I think of Albania, I think of a summer trip, great beaches, crystal clear water, but that's not all that it has. But still, if you're planning a trip there, I think summer is the best time to go. July and August, it's going to be hot, it's going to be the perfect weather to get in the water, but also it's going to be extremely crowded. If you like a lively, bustling, busy environment, that's a great time to go. But if you're looking for cheaper prices and a slightly quieter experience, then it's better to go in shoulder season, which is either May or June or even September. If you're looking at spending more time in Albania's cities or in the region of Tet, which is in northern Albania, then you can even consider going around spring or autumn time when it's a little cooler, which is better for hiking, yet it's not winter and it's not too cold. Now let's get into the crux of the video: where to go when you're traveling to Albania and planning the perfect itinerary. Now this can be complicated because Albania is not very well connected, it doesn't have the best public transport, and it doesn't have a lot of air connectivity as well, with its main airport being in Tirana. At the same time, it has many different types of travel that it offers. It offers city breaks, it offers a lot of natural, beautiful places, and obviously your perfect sort of Mediterranean coast vibes on the Albanian Riviera. So let's start off with Albanian cities. So you'll most probably be landing into Tirana, which is Albania's capital. Tirana is a very bustling, lively city, and it's sort of coming up as one of the more popular cities to travel to in the region. But I still wouldn't say this is where the majority of the things that you want to do are in Albania. So you want to make a quick stop there when you land there, and you want to get out and start moving. You can take a day trip to the nearby town of Kruja, which is very close to Tirana, and it's got a really nice old bazaar, a beautiful castle, and it's nice and quiet. Alternatively, you can head south to the more major or more popular Albanian cities that give you that typical historical Albanian old town sort of feel. And these cities are Gjirokaster and Berat. So Gjirokaster and Berat are both similar in lots of ways and are both on your way from Tirana to the Albanian Riviera. I wouldn't say you need to visit both of them, you can just visit one, and we personally chose to go with Gjirokaster. Think white stone houses, cobbled streets, and a much more traditional feel. While you're here, you'll also want to try some local Albanian cuisine. Now the highlight of Albania, or at least for me, was the Albanian Riviera. So there are many different cities on the Albanian Riviera, and when driving south, your first sort of encounter of the Albanian Riviera will be a city called Vlora. Vlora is really nice, it's on the seaside, it's a bit more developed than some of the other cities, but it's not the heart and soul of the Riviera, so you want to keep heading further south. It's a great place to make a quick stop, maybe if you want to stay a night there or something like that, but you want to keep heading downwards to the cities of Sarande and Ksamil. Now Sarande and Ksamil are in the heart of the Albanian Riviera. Sarande is a slightly more populated, slightly more lively, bustling city, whereas Ksamil is a bit more isolated and it's really based around Ksamil beach, and it offers some of the bluest and clearest water in not only Albania but in all of Europe. There's a reason that it's called the Maldives of Europe. Both of these are great towns. I'd recommend staying in Sarande if you want to have more things to do and better connectivity, but visiting Ksamil and maybe staying here for a bit is a must as well. A slightly quieter and less sort of touristy town on the Albanian Riviera is Himara. So you can check out Himara, and it has beautiful beaches as well, and it's much quieter than both Ksamil and Sarande. While in this part of Albania, one thing that you have to do that I would recommend over everything else is a boat tour. Now, there are a lot of beautiful beaches that are accessible by car and are accessible by foot around these cities. But if you really want the bluest water and the true feel of the Ionian Sea, what I would recommend is taking a boat and heading out to various different stops along the Riviera. So if you take a boat tour, they'll know all the places to take you, and you get to swim and snorkel in some of the clearest water you'll ever see. I can't lie, it was one of my best experiences or best travel days out of all my trips. They even take you to a beach called Toreza Beach, which is a secluded beach that you can't get to by car or by foot. The only way to get there is by boat, and that's what makes it so special because it's isolated, it's clean, it's not really hectic and super busy, and the water is crystal clear and so clean as well. Behind that, you have a beautiful backdrop of some sort of hills and mountainous areas. It's just unbelievable. And now, if you're into nature, Albania again seriously delivers. Firstly, you have the Blue Eye. The Blue Eye is one of the craziest natural phenomena. It's basically a cold natural spring somewhere in the sort of forests or in the hills, and it's basically this really blue, really clear sort of body of water, and you have water being pumped out from the ground below at 18,000 liters per second, and this is all natural. The water is freezing cold, but it's a beautiful place to go and see. And then the other place is Death. Now Death is further north, so when you land in Tirana, all of this is south of Tirana, but Death is north of Tirana. So you want to head north if you're more into hiking, and head to the Death region, which is a beautiful place up in the Albanian Alps, which is totally different to the beaches. Think hiking, mountains, and a really remote landscape. I personally haven't been there, so I can't tell you too much about it, but if you're more of a hiker, it's definitely a place you may want to check out. Now, those are the different regions you can travel to and you can incorporate into your trip. Now let's talk logistics. So firstly, getting to Albania. So like I said, Albania's main airport, or I'd say only airport actually, is in Tirana. That's well and good, but Tirana is pretty far away from the cities of Sarande and Ksamil. It's a 4 to 5 hour drive. Public transport in Albania, not super reliable, so I would really recommend renting a car. Go and rent a car with a sort of reliable car rental agency. I would recommend either Discover Cars or Local Rent. And driving your way through the country is the best way of getting around. Alternatively, if you're just looking at the Albanian coast and you have free access into the Schengen area, you can even fly to Greece, and specifically Corfu, and take a ferry from Corfu or a speedboat from Corfu to Sarande or Ksamil. That's probably the quickest way of getting there. But like, I personally didn't have a Schengen visa at the time, and I need one because I have an Indian passport, and therefore I had to go to Tirana, and we all drove from Tirana to all our different stops, and we had a great time. It was a really fun and really scenic road trip. In terms of budget, Albania is still one of the most affordable places in Europe. Think prices of Southeast Asia and views and the feel of the Mediterranean coast. It's just next to Greece. It shares the same ocean, the same sea, and it's less than half the price. I mean, it's a fraction of the price. So we stayed in most places for less than £20 per person per night, which is crazy affordable. Food is pretty affordable as well in most places, unless you go to some slightly more high-end beach clubs and things like that. But still, considering what they are, they'll be more affordable than similar places in other countries. Also, cash is still used in most places in Albania, so I'd recommend taking a good amount of cash with you. Take care of it, but cash is the way to go when you're over there. Now, hopefully that gives you a good idea of how to plan your trip to Albania in terms of when to go, where to go, and how to sort of figure things out in terms of logistics and stuff like that. So I hope this video was helpful, and if it was, don't forget to drop a like, smash that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this one, and with that, I will see you in the next one.